Hey, Pastor Ron, how you doing? How you doing, Pastor Ron? Blessings, blessings, blessings to you. It has been a day. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy blessed Thursday. We're going to let the room fill up just a little bit. Our declaration for this particular broadcast is going to be, God never misses. Yeah. Our declaration is going to be, God never misses. This is, of course, one of these videos that it is a gym chronicle. I'm getting ready to work out, but with the kind of day that it has been, I knew that God needed me to take the time to make the time to release this word that he gave me. Lately, God has really been preaching, and he's been making it so very apparent. Hey, Miss Allen, how crucial it is in really any season, but especially in this season of our lives, to follow his lead. Yeah. I'll say it again. God has been reiterating over and over and over again how important it is in this season, more than any other season, that we follow his lead. And I'm going to say this. A lot of times as God leads us, sometimes we have an idea of why he's telling us to do a certain thing. But a lot of times, we really have no understanding as to why God tells us to do the things that he leads us to do. But if today would have had a theme for me, that theme would have been, God never misses. I'm going to say it again. If I could, give today a theme, that theme would be, God never misses. Where do I start, Holy Spirit? I'm trying to find a starting point of where I need to begin this message. A few months ago, I don't know if you guys remember, at the beginning of this year before Bella passed away, I had chosen to stop going to my stylist. Yeah. Hey, Sabrina. Do y'all remember that? The stylist that has done my locks since I've had them. Earlier this year, God told me, you're not going back to her. And of course, I had my reasons for it, different things, just the lack of professionalism and just slacking and you name it. On top of the pricing changing every single time I went there. And so, I was just, I really didn't have a full understanding of why my heart was turning against going to her for, I had no understanding of why. I had an idea. I knew that it revolved around a new season, right? So this morning when I woke up, it's been a busy day. This morning when I woke up, I do what everybody else does. I pray. I picked up my phone. I opened Facebook. And the first thing that I saw was a rest in peace with her name. I'm going to say it again. The first thing that I heard, and I'm going to be real, during the time that I was away from her, not going to her, I really I really struggled with why God was telling me, you're not going back to her. I was really struggling with that idea. But this morning when I opened up Facebook, I saw rest in peace with her name. I had been going to this lady for almost 10 years. I've had my locks. February of next year will make 10 years. And so I'm going to be real. It hit me. It was something that it hurt my feelings a little bit. It really hurt my feelings because even though I separated, I'm like, God, what? What? I really didn't think it was real. So until I went to her page and I'm like, oh, this just happened last night. passed away in your sleep. And so as I've been processing my emotions about it, I think anybody would feel some type of emotion about it. You've gone to somebody for almost a decade, and one day you wake up and all you see is just rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in love, rest in heaven, whatever it is that people say. And so, today has been a day where I've been busy. God has kept me busy. But as I've just really been processing everything that happened and I was seeking God, God told me this. He said, this was why you shifted. God straight up told me, as I just was spending time in his presence about it, God literally told me, this was why you shifted. You didn't understand it because you shifted from her months ago. But I knew that the day would come, hear me now, where no one would be able to go to her. And then he followed it up and he said, tell my people I never miss. What does that mean, Apostle? It means that God is never wrong about what he tells us to do. I'm going to say it again. God told me. He said, this is why you shifted. And then he followed it up and he said, I never miss. And he said, tell my people, I am never wrong about what I tell them to do and when I tell them to do it, even if they don't understand it. Now, he said that because I had told him, I said, Lord, this really would have hurt me a lot more if I were still going to her. It would have hurt me a lot. I'm hurt by it. But it really would have broke me all the way down had I not shifted when I did. Yes, I still feel the emotions, but it really would have destroyed my little heart had she been the one that did my hair 2 weeks ago. And I know that this is a serious topic, what I'm talking about, but the revelation is the revelation nonetheless. Some of y'all are dragging your feet on what God told you to do because you don't understand why. Some of y'all are just straight up not doing what God told you to do because you feel like you need to wait on the perfect timing. The perfect timing is whenever God tells you to do something. I'm going to say it again. The perfect timing is whenever God tells you to do something. I'm going to say that again. The perfect timing is whenever God tells you to do something. His vision surpasses ours, and he knows what is going to happen on down the line that we don't know. This is a season where God is really calling us to a greater level of faith, a greater level of surrenderance, and a greater level of obedience. And the people that are able to get what God has for them in this season, the people, right, that have learned that you don't have to understand what God is asking you to do. The important thing is that you do what he's asking you to do. Those people will be the people that get all that God has in store for them, because these people won't have to scramble to get ready. Because of their obedience, they will already be ready. God never misses. I did not understand. I want to say it was back in March when she did my hair. I didn't understand why God said don't go to her no more. Because she has done my hair for almost 10 years. I did not understand it. I even struggled so many times because I wasn't happy with the in-between girl that did my hair. I'm like, can I just go back to my usual girl. And God kept telling me no. No, 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 and no. And I was a little bit upset with God because I didn't understand why he was saying no. I didn't understand why he had told me to shift. It made no sense. It didn't make sense. Because I felt like, God, she take care of my hair. She do my hair good. It lasts a long time. Until I woke up this morning and saw that she had passed away in her sleep. And when I sought God about it, his words verbatim was, this is why you shifted. I never miss. Say it again. God literally told me, this is why you shifted. I don't miss. There is a reason why God is telling you to do whatever it is that he's telling you to do in this season. And it behooves all of us to not just listen and pay attention when God is speaking, but it behooves all of us to do whatever God is asking us to do. There have been so many moments in my life where God has told me to do things that did not make sense. There have been so many moments when God has told me to do something that didn't make sense. And it wasn't until I did it and things began to transpire that I realized why certain moves had to be made when they were made. The reality of it is this: none of us are God. None of us have the vision that God has. None of us can predict the future. None of us know how God is going to do whatever it is that he is going to do. And for this reason, amongst, obeying because you have a healthy fear of God, this is why it is so important to obey. Because God never misses. Some of y'all, God has told you to write a book and you still haven't written it. Some of y'all, God has been talking to you about your financial life, your sowing life, tithing. Some of y'all, God has been dealing with you about building that business, building that ministry. And some of y'all have been fighting God tooth and nail. Some of you guys have been rebelling. This is a clarion call. If you are listening to this and you know that you have been putting off what God has been asking you to do, put it off no longer. Put it off no longer. If you know that God has been asking you to make certain changes, certain shifts, even if you don't understand it, put it off no longer. Obey him. Because at the end of the day, life is short. None of us know how long we have. And today, what happened, it shook me. I ain't gonna lie. It really shook me. And all I could say was, Lord, help me not miss you. Help me do whatever it is that I need to do. All I could tell God was, Lord, if there's anything that I haven't done, show me so that I can go back and correct it. Your blessings, your salvation, your destiny, it is dependent on your level of obedience. I'll say it again. Your blessings, your destiny, and everything else, your salvation, revolves. It depends on your level of obedience. For some of y'all, this is a warning because you are about to miss it. Some of y'all are literally about to get caught slipping because you didn't do what God said do. For some of y'all, this is like your confirmation to stop procrastinating, to stop doing what you feel is more important and put God first. But whatever the case may be, God said to tell y'all, he never misses. He does not miss. He doesn't miss. I need somebody to type that phrase in. God does not miss. And that is the word. I cannot add anything else to this. I cannot take away anything from this word. This is the word that God told me to give those of y'all that are here. Some of y'all need to sow. Some of y'all need to tithe. The seed number that I hear is 777. 777. That is the seed title that I hear, or the seed amount that I hear, 777. Some of y'all are still going to overlook this because you want to sow when you feel you want to sow. Some of y'all are still not going to sow because you're going to feel like, well, I only want to sow if there's a need. If this word is for you, I encourage you to sow. Seed title is God Doesn't Miss. Or, well, no, the seed title is Obey God. Point blank, period. That is the seed title, Obey God. That is it. To those of y'all that are just now catching this thing, go back and watch this thing from the replay. The ways to sow are in the description of every single video. PayPal, CashApp. Some of y'all may feel led to sow more than 777. You let God lead you. Hey, Visha. But I'm here to tell you, again, whatever God tells you to do in this season, it behooves you to do it. It behooves you to do it. It behooves you. So that is it. That is the broadcast. I'm gonna try to go live on TikTok at 6:30. It's been a day, y'all. It has been a day. I'm not even gonna lie. It has been a day. But if you're not yet shifted over to TikTok, some of y'all refuse to shift over to TikTok for whatever reason. I don't know. But to those of y'all that have not yet shifted, the name on there is Thoughts by T. You can find that name in the description of this video. That is it, though. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. Is there anyone that needs to be sown for? Is there anyone that needs to be sown for? If we are good, can you just type in a 1 on the screen? If you guys have not yet liked this video, please, it takes nothing but a second just to hit that like button. It takes nothing but a second for you to just straight up just hit that like button. So that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I am rooting for you guys. And so till next time, y'all.